So about a month ago, I pre-ordered the Mobian Edition Pinephone. I've long considered purchasing a Linux phone of some sort because I need a smartphone to do certain things in day-to-day life, but I don't like the idea of using one with a proprietary operating system where you don't really actually know what's going on in the background. I've wanted to use one with an open source firmware for some time, where it's A, more flexible to me as the user, and B, open source, so that me or even just other people in general, the general public, can read the source code and know exactly what's going on under the hood in terms of the software. I looked at the Librem 5, but the cost is just too prohibitive right now. I usually run $100 to $200 Android phones for my day-to-day purposes, and paying $700 for a Linux phone that still doesn't even have all of its basic features working is just way too much in my opinion. So I'm a big fan of Debian, and I saw on Twitter that the Pine people posted that they were taking pre-orders for the Mobian Edition Pinephone. Mobian is basically a mobile port or a mobile version of Debian with Phosh, basically the mobile GNOME shell. Which is what I use on my laptop. My server runs Debian headless, so I was really stoked to get this. It's like $160 US, I think, to pre-order it. But I pre-ordered it, and it arrived today. I ordered the 3 gigabyte edition that comes with the HDMI adapter kit, so you can dock this and use it as like a regular PC if you want to that's running Mobian. So I'm going to unbox it. We'll see what's in it. And then I'm going to run this phone for a little while and just see what I think about it. Now, I'm under no illusions that this is ready to become my primary daily driver and replace my $150 LG Q60 Android phone. Almost everything about this in terms of hardware is going to be far superior to this. There's a lot more apps on this than there's going to be on this, but I just want to give it a shot and see what it's like. So let's go ahead and unbox it and see what it's all about. Pine 64. Now this is a chunky box. Like, you can tell there's more hardware in here than just the phone because it's heavy. Mobian Edition. I ran Ubuntu Touch years ago on a Google Nexus 7 tablet back in like 2013, and it was okay, but it just wasn't ready for prime time. And when my brother ran it on his phone, he was constantly complaining that, you know, this app doesn't work or this thing doesn't work. So I never really made the leap, but I'm excited to try. There we go. Community Edition. Now, another reason I'm not really going to use this as my daily driver yet is it doesn't come with, I don't think it's going to have a screen protector or anything available. Introducing Mobian Community Edition. This community edition of the Pinephone ships with Mobian, a Debian-based operating system tailored for mobile devices. The build you're receiving on your Pinephone runs mainline Linux with open-source drivers, as well as the Phosh shell, based on the GNOME 3 desktop environment. The operating system build you're receiving is more than a month old, so following the initial setup of the device, you should update to the latest available release. You'll be notified of updates after connecting to Wi-Fi or cellular 4G. So I'll read this later. So we've got our little manuals. There's the actual device. We'll set that off to the side just a little bit. We have here a charging cable. And this is the big thing besides the RAM upgrade that comes with the edition that I purchased, which I think actually this one ran me $200 for this edition. And the big thing is you get a RAM upgrade, and you also get this baby. Plugs into the USB-C port, but it gives you 2 USB type A's. Does it label them? No, they're just USB. An HDMI out, and I'm assuming gigabit Ethernet. in this little like docking station. So that's what you could use to like dock your phone and use it as a desktop. And here is the charging cable. And USB-C. I love USB-C so much better. Even this phone that I bought, it's like a year or two old, has micro USB. I hate micro USB. It wears out so fast. And that is, I didn't look to see what it said, but that's, I don't know, 3 feet. About a 3-foot charging cable. And here's the device itself. So it appears, it says, please peel off mask after application completed. So is there a screen protector like under? I'm not sure. Look at that. Oh, and it's actually got, okay, so you've got your camera lens, the little Pine 64 logo, and the flash module. Well, let's see if it'll power on. I held it for quite a while. It may be dead. It might be dead on a doornail. They may ship it dead. But this is what you got with the $200 edition Pinephone. You've got about a 3-foot charging cable. It is USB-C. You get the dock that gives you Ethernet, HDMI, and 2 regular USB-A ports. And you get the phone itself with the cool little Debian logo on it. Alright, so the reason it wouldn't power on is in shipping they put this little plastic insulator across the pins of the battery. I guess to keep the battery from maybe getting hot or something in shipping. So you need to take the back off and actually connect the battery. It powered on because I had the cord on it, but you need to take that off if you want to run a battery. So for the record, that little peel after application thing, that is a screen protector. It's not tempered glass, but it is, you know, one of those little plastic film screen protectors that'll protect it from most, like, you know, going in and out of your pocket type abrasions. So it asks you for a PIN number for your account, and then it asks you if you want to encrypt your internal storage. And then it's basically setting everything up. So I'm not going to do like a first impressions of the software because it is going to be a lot different from Android. There's going to be a lot of things that I have to learn, and I don't feel like I would be giving a fair judgment coming straight from Android and trying to use a Linux phone for the first time ever. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'm going to run this thing for a week. I may even swap my SIM card over and use it as my daily driver to, you know, as much as possible and see how it goes from there. Some big things I want it to be able to do in some capacity, a lot of this could be accomplished with a modern web browser, is I want to be able to use Signal. Now, obviously, I don't think Signal is available for this, but if there's like a Signal compatible app that will connect to Signal, I would like to be able to use Signal Instant Messenger. I would like to be able to access my Nextcloud to upload photos and things of that nature. It would be nice if there's like a WebDAV sync client that will let me like auto-upload pictures as they're taken like I do on Android. But that's not a requirement. I can always just like manually go upload photos I care about. But it would be nice if there's like a sync client available that will work with my Nextcloud. Proton Mail, I use email on a daily basis. And that's about it. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna carry this around for a little while. I'll take some pictures with it. I'll use it as my daily driver to the best of my ability, and then we'll go from there. And it feels, quality enough. It doesn't feel, at least on the outside initial impressions, it feels, roughly comparable to, your average $150 Android phone. But I'm going to run it for a while, see what I think about it, and then I will make another video letting you guys know how I feel about this device. So, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, if you're familiar with Mobian and there's things I need to know that I'm obviously not going to know right away, feel free to post a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to donate, I'll have links to various ways you can do that. And as always, this is Marcus out. Y'all have a good one.